Make sure you go to AshKicking.com for all your best home health and beauty fragrance products.
Hi, this is Brittany Madison, and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
Okay, now blow
Okay, sir.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So Robert Easter, he just had his media workout, and he didn't work out too hard. He talked a lot about the adjustments he's made training with Cunningham and how important this fight is. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and read exactly what he had to say. Training down in Florida allowed me to get away from distractions and just focus on myself. Kevin Cunningham stayed on me every day. We focus on my skills, using my advantages, and you'll see it on July 28th. We have a game plan, but we're professionals in there, and we both know we'll have to make adjustments as the fight goes on. I'm going to fight my fight and leave it all in the ring. My focus is 100% on Mikey Garcia Saturday night. Coach Cunningham had me really working on skills that I hadn't been using as much. He's helped me put together a great game plan for that focus on the advantages I have. He knows what kinds of things will give other fighters trouble. Big fights like this are important to me. Champion versus champion speaks loudly about who we are as men. It's the two best guys out there fighting to decide who's the best in the weight class. I've been dreaming about fights like this since I was a little kid. It's finally here. And I'm going to show the world what Robert Easter is really made of. End quote. So that's what Robert Easter had to say at the media workout. Listen, guys, I've been telling you since day one, this is a competitive 50-50 fight. Going into a fight, I want people to understand this because there's a misconception when it comes to talking about what a 50-50 fight really is. Just because you say a fight is a 50-50 fight going in doesn't always mean it's going to be fought tooth and nail, right? Going into the fight, it could be a 50-50 fight, and then, it could be one-sided. This could be a one-sided fight in favor of Mikey Garcia, or it could be one-sided in favor of Robert Easter. Listen, no matter who you think is going to win this fight, even if you think a person's going to win this fight decisively, which the majority of people, they believe Mikey will win this fight decisively. That is very possible. But you cannot deny the fact that this is Mikey Garcia's best opponent that he's ever faced on record. Now, when he fought against Broner, that was his best opponent before this fight, which Robert Easter said himself. But we know that Robert Easter, or Broner rather, did not perform in that fight. After the first round, Broner was not even there. Okay? I don't think that's going to happen against Robert Easter. That may work for Robert Easter. That may work against Robert Easter. I don't know. But one thing I know is, at least one thing I believe, is Robert Easter is going to go out on the shield. He's going to go out on his shield. Mikey Garcia may go out on his shield as well. We'll see. But once again, I'm really looking forward to this fight. This is one of the best fights of 2018. And whoever wins this fight, it definitely catapults their career and it elevates their pound-for-pound status. I find it so comical how hypocritical these decasts are. Some of these diehard, emotionally attached fans that are willing to post racist comments and all kind of other stuff just to defend Mikey Garcia's honor. See, you guys don't really see the racist comments because I have my YouTube filtered. I have my YouTube account filtered to where as soon as someone posts a racist comment, it automatically goes into a review folder. And that review folder has over 20,000 racist messages. And the majority of racist messages, they only come from one race. I'm telling you right now, one race. At least 90% of those messages come from one race. But the funny thing about this Robert Easter versus Mikey Garcia situation, I've been telling you guys since day one, this is a competitive fight. And this angers the Mikey Garcia fans so much. For me or anyone on the coincidental list to imply that Robert Easter has a chance, any chance, in this fight. Now, these fans, they go crazy. How dare you say this is a competitive fight? Like I said, Mikey Garcia has never faced an opponent as talented, as accomplished as Robert Easter. As young in his prime, with an athletic style, undefeated, Mikey Garcia has never faced an opponent like this. That's not to suggest Mikey can't go in there and blow this man out. But you cannot, once again, deny the accomplishments and the level of competition that Mikey Garcia is in the ring with this Saturday. Now, the reason why I say these fans are so hypocritical, because they get upset that I say that this fight will be competitive, or not even that I say it will be competitive, but I say that it's a 50-50 fight. I'm not the only one to say that. Paulie Malignaggi has said the same thing. But check this out though right here, guys. So when I did my video on Mikey Garcia doubling down and reaffirming that he will be facing Errol Spence, or that's the fight that he wants, should he get past Robert Easter this weekend, you had someone in the comment section and he said, I got Mike on that one by KO. Arriba, Mike. And do you know, not one single person responded to this fan saying, how could you say something so biased? You must be racist towards black people, etc., etc. You know damn well Mikey has no chance against Errol Spence. That is so offensive. He has no chance, etc., etc., etc. Not one single person said that. But when you're on a coincidental list and you even suggest the fight will be competitive because a black fighter is involved, everything becomes extremely, extremely personal then. It's so crazy because the exact same thing happened when Tim Bradley fought against Juan Manuel Marquez. When Tim Bradley and Marquez agreed to fight, I started to do my breakdown videos, and I actually predicted Tim Bradley will win that fight. Even before the fight was official, and I was telling people that Tim Bradley had a good chance of winning that fight, I received some of the most racist comments from Juan Manuel Marquez fans. N-word this, monkey this, etc., etc. He has no chance. Just like they say Robert Easter looked like crap in his last 3 fights, they continue to talk about how Tim Bradley looked like garbage against Ruslan Provodnikov. Actually, even before the Bradley-Ruslan Provodnikov fight, there was still fans in the comment section with all these racist-ass comments because I, once again, was telling people that Tim Bradley would give Juan Manuel Marquez a lot of problems. Because I've always talked about the fact that Juan Manuel Marquez, even though he's a boxer, he's a rare combination. Because usually boxers have great defense. But Marquez was one of those type of counterpuncher boxers that really, really lacked defense. And coincidentally, almost all of his losses were against other boxers. So that told me that not only did he lack defense, but he usually has problems with other boxers. Usually when Marquez looks really good is when he's fighting against an aggressive fighter, right? So this is why I picked Tim Bradley to win that fight. And once the same fans that are all upset that I say that this fight right here is a 50-50 fight and this is the best opponent that Mikey Garcia has faced are the same fans that was calling me N-words and this and that and all that kind of stuff. And when I tell you they're the same fans, I literally mean some of these people are the same. Because I've seen guys in the comment section, you know, calling black people N-words and calling boxers N-words and monkeys. And then one of my very next videos, that same guy will post a comment and say, hey man, Dante, you're so biased. And I'm like, wait a minute, weren't you the one that just was calling black people N-words and monkeys in my very last video? He didn't reply back and I went ahead and I blocked him. But this is the type of games that these cats play. That's why I tell you, when you hear these fans calling a black person racist and all that, these are code words. Because what they really want to call you is an N-word. They want to call you a racial slur. But they know that I am known for exposing racists, so they try to use code words. But I can translate, and I can decipher all of that. So at the end of the day, a fan, he could say that Mikey Garcia is going to knock out Errol Spence. But when you're on a coincidental list, you can't even suggest that this is a 50-50 fight, Robert Easter versus Mikey Garcia. Now, since I brought up Tim Bradley versus Marquez, I'm not suggesting this fight will play out the exact same way, because styles definitely make fights and flaws make fights. And Mikey Garcia and Juan Manuel Marquez, they have different flaws. Mikey Garcia, in my opinion, he has a much better defense than Juan Manuel Marquez. So that pretty much wraps up this video. That's all I got for now, and I'm looking forward to watching this fight. I know it's going to be exciting. I know somebody is going to get hurt in this fight. Let's see what happens. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.